I've been hunting since I was 6 years old. I knew I was in trouble. He was in to feed on me. I knew I was going to die. I told my wife, I wanted to see her again so bad.
I wouldn't want to lose my Gerald. He is my soulmate.
It was a beautiful day. It was a gorgeous day. The bird was just singing and everything was normal. I was going to plant some seed in my tree stand and grow some food for the deer to bring them around for fall. I'm a French-Canadian from Quebec. I've been hunting since I was 6 years old. My grandfather was a hunter, a trapper. My dad also. The outdoors is extremely peaceful.
Gerald is at one with nature. He just loves the outdoors. It's hard to keep him in.
So my wife, Louise, had some shopping to do. I said, well, maybe you could drop me out and I could go and work on my new tree stand. Give me a couple hours and I'll phone you back at the house when I'm done and you can come back and pick me up. Me and Louise have been together for 17 years. We both enjoy good jokes. We both enjoy laughing. She liked the outdoor too. Not as much as I, but she's a pretty good shot. I gotta give her that.
He's the man I've always wanted. I've always dreamt about him ever since I was young. Tall, dark, handsome. I like the French accent. I like that. He's my heart, you know. He's part of me. So I dropped him off. I said, see you in a couple hours.
I give her a kiss like I always do. And so I'll call you when I'm ready. I entered the bush roughly around 5 o'clock. I was on my way to work on my new tree stand. A tree stand is a seat that you install in a tree to a good location where you think the animal's going to be walking by. I could see lots of deer track. I knew there was a good spot to hunt. I started walking away and everything was nice. The bird was singing away. I was looking at the sun. I was enjoying the sun on myself. But then there was something bugging me. Something told me like something was wrong. And I started looking around. I couldn't see nothing. Could be some animal laying down there. Then I realized, usually I bring my pepper spray, I bring my buck knife. I didn't bring nothing. I better be cautious. So I went back to work again, cutting more branches. All of a sudden, the birds stopped chirping. So I started listening, and everything was dead quiet. Something was tracking me. It scared the hell out of me. It scared me like I'd never been scared like that. Then I knew. I said, behind, look behind. Then I saw him. A large black bear. I made eye contact with him. I see his eyes. I knew I was in trouble. I made myself big, like my dad taught me. I started shaking my hand. They didn't do it. I started running. The attack was on. He was coming for me. I knew I had no chance on the ground. So I turned around and I looked at that oak tree. I said, I gotta climb. There was a branch. It was so high up. I dove up as hard as I could. I grabbed the branch. I raised myself up. I started climbing the trees. I looked behind. The bear just dove up in the trees and bit me on the left foot. I couldn't believe the strength of the animal. I knew he wanted to kill me. The tree was my only hope. I knew I had to climb the tree up. That thing was going to snap my neck like a twig, like nothing. I didn't think the bear would climb the tree after me because he was so big. On a fraction of a second, he climbed that tree and he was on my foot. The strength of the bite, it was overwhelming. Felt like my foot was going to get ripped right off. I didn't know what to do. I used my right foot to kick him right on the nose as hard as I could. And he let me go. And I climbed up the tree again. But he was behind me really fast. He'd go right between the branches like nothing. I climbed the tree as high as I could. I thought I could evade him in the branch, but he was really fast. He came back and he bit me on the leg again. And he started dragging me down. The pain was like unreal. It hurt so much. I knew that the madness coming out of his growl. I knew that bear wasn't going to just walk away. I knew he was in to feed on me. So I used my other foot to kick him again. I was kicking him with my foot as hard as I could so he doesn't take me to the ground the way he wanted. He wanted me on the ground. He reached out and he grabbed the left boots and he pulled it right off. Like he just shredded. Then he bit me on the calf really hard. He opened my calf right open. He took full bite in my calf. So I was bleeding on top of his face and he was licking his face with his tongue. Then he was leaking blood coming out of my calf. He bit me like 3 times, and he went back and took another bite of my calf. He was taking like flesh right out of it, and he was eating it. I didn't know what to do. I remember I had a lighter. I pulled it out and I flicked it. And there was barely no flame. I couldn't believe it. I said, come on. I was burning the bear's fur right in his forehead. That wasn't bothering him. But then I said to myself, I'm going to burn his eyeball. So I reached out and started burning his eyes. And I got it. He's looking at the lighter sideways like this. Saw him backing up his paw. I knew he was going to hit me, and he went like that. Then I fell right to the ground, like maybe 20 feet high. He turned around in the tree and he dove. I thought that was it. I thought I was going to meet my maker. I had 20 different bites on my body. And my calf was completely open. I could see all my ligament in there. I could see all my flesh. I knew I was going to die. I knew I said, Gerald, you can't fight no more. I was sure my life was over. I thought about my wife, like her